To celebrate International Women's Day, my top 5 picks today are all from female figures in the wine industry. To begin, I've started close to home with Fitzpatrick Family Vineyards. Here, the winemaker, Sarah Bains, is originally from New Zealand, and she's making some excellent sparkling wines and still wines from the property, the Greta Ranch estate in Peachland. This wine in particular is a base of Pinot Blanc, made in the traditional method, so you get these nice, creamy, long, lingering bubbles. On the nose, you get some very classic Pinot Blanc characteristics, a little bit of peach and apricot. On the palate, nice and creamy, long, lingering bubbles, peach, apricot, and apple notes, just like you'd expect coming from the Okanagan. If you get a chance, try all of the wines from Fitzpatrick Family Vineyards. They make exceptional sparkling wines, as well as the Pinot Blanc, Pinot Gris, Riesling, Ehrenfelser, Pinot Noir, all coming from the estate there. Next up, we have the View Winery and Ward's Cider. This operation is led by Jennifer Turton-Mulgat. She is a 4th generation farmer on the property. Her great-grandfather, George Ward, planted apple trees on the property, and her father planted a vineyard. So here we have a blend called Emanate, white blend, which was created with Jennifer and her team and Everything Wine. So it's a nice aromatic wine. We've got some floral blossoms, a little bit of lime and apple. On the palate, just a hint of sweetness and that nice, crisp, refreshing Okanagan white blend style. If you're looking for the red comparison, it has Pinot Noir, the alternative would be Pinot Noir and Pinotage, all coming from the estate. What's also really nice about this property is we have the cidery, so Ward's Cider, so a nice range of apple, cherry, ginger, and also a nice winter spice. In the summer, they also have some options, seasonal Negroni, mimosa, etc. And here we go. We also have another female figure in the company. Kristy French is the winemaker, originally from Australia. So now we'll move outside of Canada and we will look at female figures around the world. So first up is Petit Bonhomme. This is a winery in Spain, and the winemaker, Natalie Bonhomme, is a Quebec-born winemaker. So here we have a nice crisp blend, very aromatic, lots of red fruit and black fruit. Medium to full bodied on the palate, nice and creamy, very silky tannins. This is a wine that you can easily sip on its own or pair with a nice hearty dish. If you prefer white wines, there's also a white blend to complement. So now we'll move to Argentina, where we have Katina Winery, where Laura Catena is the managing director of Bodega Catena Zapata Wineries. She's also the owner of Luca Winery. Laura Catena is often thought of as the face of Argentine wine. And here we have their High Mountain Vines Malbec. Very typical Malbec for me. This is one of the benchmark wineries to turn to for Malbec. Lots of blue fruit, blueberry, blackberry. On the palate, it has some nice firm tannins, but still nice and juicy and ripe. An excellent wine, especially for the price for this quality of wine. If you get a chance, you can also check out some of the books that Laura Catena has written called Gold in the Vineyards, and in her newest one, Malbec Mon Amour. And we have, last but not least, a winery from California. Here we have Vermillion. This is made by Helen Keplinger. Helen was nominated the Winemaker of the Year by Food and Wine magazine, and she was also featured on Wine Spectator's cover of their magazine, where they claimed that she is one of the most exciting and invigorating, innovative winemakers coming out of California. So here we have a little bit more of a premium option. Very typical ripe California fruits on the nose. On the palate, you get that very decadent, California ripe fruit, but there also is a really nice elegance. So she's taken her climate and kind of dialed it back and given this really pretty characteristic to the wine. She's also making some really fantastic single site, single varietal wines, which are really expressive of the place. She walks every single vineyard before she harvests. She's often working with the growers in order to create a very specific style coming from these very special sites in California. So Helen Keplinger is certainly someone not to miss. So here's a selection of just a few female-driven wine brands and wines from around the world. I hope you've enjoyed these and are looking and get a chance to explore more.